Hi everyone, this is going to be a video on planking. Planking is not easy, especially not the way I plank. So let's talk about getting into the perfect plank. Getting into a plank any other way than the way I'm going to show you is not going to ensure the perfect position. So, hands parallel. This is an elbow plank. Feet underneath you, toes underneath you. First thing you're gonna do, squeeze your quads. Second thing you're gonna do, squeeze your glutes. Third thing you're gonna do, squeeze your abs and lift. That is how you get into the perfect plank position. This hurts everything. This is not just hurting my abs. This is hurting everything, literally everything. If you do that every time, quads, glutes, abs, lift, you will get into a perfect straight line every time. If you just flop into what you think is a plank, you will need a mirror to make sure that you're straight. But if you do this, toes underneath you, quads, glutes, squeeze your stomach and lift, there's no way you won't be straight. That's how you get into the perfect plank position. I just told you the secret. Okay, so once you get into a plank, you can start practicing holding a plank. Then there are fun little exercises to do while you can get into that plank position. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Okay, so that was the elbow plank. Now you can practice getting into a regular plank when you're on your hands. The same exact way you got into the plank before applies, but now you're pushing yourself up into basically a push-up position. This is much harder. Okay, so from there, now where do I get workouts in? Well, here's where the fun parts come in. What do I do to my clients? I like to use a timer a lot, so here's one that here's my go-to. I get my stopwatch out. So I like to have them get into a plank. So elbow, whatever, press start. Every 10 seconds, I have them raise an arm. So first 10 seconds, you raise an arm. Then next 10 seconds, raise another arm. Then next 10 seconds, raise a leg. 10 seconds, raise the other leg. Then hold for the last 10 seconds. That's a full minute of a plank and down. Obviously, you need to be able to hold a nice plank for a full minute. The less wobbling you do, the better. Obviously, switching weight is going to be difficult, but that's it is, you know, it gets easier over time. Okay, other things to do with the plank. Down and up. This is working your arms also, but notice how my back isn't bowing. I'm using my core. You can do you can work once you get into a good plank position, you can do a rolling plank. So you hold a side plank and then you go back down, turn, go back down into that plank position. Back. You can even add another underneath, down, switch, underneath, switch. So now now we're adding our obliques into this. So if you want to add more into your plank, if you want to add dynamic motions into your plank, let's get into that plank position. Let me just make sure you can actually see me. Okay, so squeezing my quads, squeezing my glutes, getting into here. Okay, I'm going to get into my nice here. Okay, back, up, here, down, back, up, here. I just made a kind of little burpee metcon with my plank. Do this for 40 seconds. And back into my plank. There you go. There are tons of things you can do with the plank. There are also tons of wrong ways to do a plank. Going back to how to get into the perfect plank. Toes underneath you. Squeeze your quads. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your abs. And hold it. This is where you start. And if you can only do it for 5 seconds, that's your 5 seconds. And you work on those 5 seconds till you get to 6 seconds. And then you go from there. Those side planks that I was telling you about, okay, those eventually, you can get fancy with those too. This is an awesome exercise. This is even better. Okay? So the first step is the plank, then you work your way up. But getting that core strength is key. So I hope that you all learn how to do the perfect plank. And I hope that you all don't just stay there. I hope you all try to learn all the moves that I did in this little video. Have a great day.